we want to talk about your top backs, your top running backs thus far. Top five. We'll go top five across the board. Both you, Headley, and Drew. And let me just pull this up here. And
make sure to put them up there because I forgot my 5, bro. I got memory loss, bro. You got to eat carrots. That's carrots is for your eyes, right? What's for your
it's
memory,
for your
bro?
eyes.
Memory?
Eggs.
Eggs.
It's eggs.
I don't know, man. That's high cholesterol, though. You gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? We're getting old out here.
It's good protein, but careful on the cholesterol. All right. So let's start with again, a little false start.
Hey, bro, we lost the game, bro. He's in field goal range, bro. Now we got to put on the kicker.
Did you watch that game last night?
Bro.
Did you watch that game last night? That's what we talked about.
It was terrible, though.
It was awful.
My brother told me, he said, the Broncos are bad, bro. He said, I can't watch them, bro. It's always a team every year. He's like, I can't watch that football team.
Russ? Oh, man.
He was in there cooking hot dogs and cereal, bro.
Oh,
in the milk.
In the milk.
Fire that
shit.
All
right. Among your top 5, who just missed your top 5, Drew?
I told you I forgot, bro.
North Dakota State.
You forgot who didn't make the list?
No, I got it.
North Dakota State.
I got it. I want to make sure I say his name right. North Dakota State. Hunter, how you say his last name? You know how to say it. I don't know how to say it.
Lupke.
Yeah, he is a Swiss Army knife. Essentially, when you hear that from the running back position, it means they can play fullback, they can play running back, they can play halfback, they can play wing back. They can do whatever you need him to do in terms of just being a weapon. And he's usually a guy who can sneak out because nobody's paying attention. He does run the ball very well. He does catch the ball very well. It's a guy I'm going to keep a close eye on. And also, I'm put it out there, bro. He's white, bro. And I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see too many. How many white running backs you know, bro? I'm just saying. Am I wrong? Is there? Who else? And he can't stay healthy. Who else?
Kyle.
Headley, you traded him, right? You traded him?
I traded for him.
Oh, you traded
him. I might have made a mistake.
What's your boy at Clemson? He's not draft eligible.
Oh,
but, Shipley? Shipley out there, man.
Yeah, you do got Shipley.
They exist. All right. Lukey's impressive, man. Yeah. You know what really impresses me is that how good of a receiver he is out of the backfield.
Yep. It's like it's easy for him, man.
And I'm telling you,
you know,
one of the things that I find it hilarious. You know me, I'm a little old school with it. I like my I formation. I like my fullback. I like my lead blocker in my formation. And we're seeing more and more of those principles coming back. You know, the league is cyclical. You know, we've been dealing with the spread for the last 10 to 15 years. And now we got a generation of linebackers who don't know what to do when there's a fullback coming downhill at them. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of explosive rushes this year because of some of those power concepts, getting away from zone, outside zone a little bit, and doing the whams, doing the traps, doing the ISOs, running power, pulling guards. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think Lukey, because of all the things he can do, how versatile he is, he's going to be a very interesting prospect and can make a football team better. All right. What about you, Headley? Who just is your top 5?
I got a slash, man. I got Blake Corum and Deuce Vaughn, the little guys. No disrespect to those guys, but you know they're on the shorter side. But those two backs are explosive. Deuce Vaughn, we spoke about it earlier, and Corum, man, put that foot in the ground. The vision, he got that vision.
The vision.
So they just missed my list. Lot more football to watch. So they could move up as well.
You know, before I get into the list, I want to make mention of Jake's comment here. We've been looking for the next Kyle Juszczyk, and he's right. Lukey could be the guy. He really could be the guy. You know, if I'm not mistaken, Juszczyk is the highest paid fullback in the NFL because of, again, what he can do as far as being a lead blocker and the flexibility that he offers you as far as the passing game as well.
And that Shanahan offense is spreading like wildfires in the league. So,
definitely
all the disciples and stuff coming out of
it. Yep.
You need that piece.
Yep.
So
that's true.
For sure. So for number 5, Drew, you have Sean Tucker from Syracuse and Headley, Chase Brown of Illinois.
Let me go first.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Tag me in, bro.
Yeah,
Tag me
yeah.
in. Tag me in.
There you
go. We need to tag sound effect. Sean Tucker from Syracuse. He runs like he's like 6'2", and he's a powerful, explosive back through the hole. Has good vision. I wasn't, when I first watched him, I was like, he all right. Yeah, and that was before the season actually started. Because I know he was high on a lot of people's boards, and I could understand why, man. He's the engine for that Syracuse offense, and he's a fun watch, man.
Chase Brown,
explosive velocity. He doesn't do anything slow. It's always moving fast. Feet are quick. The lateral movements, he's easy. Lateral movements, and once you get into space, yeah, man, it's night, man. So Chase Brown, I think he was leading the league in the nation in break tackles at one point. He's not even big. He's just running so fast, and he got the contact balance. So when you make contact with him, he just keeps going. So I got Chase Brown at number 5.
All right. Number 4, the aforementioned Deuce Vaughn for Drew out of Kansas State, and then of course Headley has Sean Tucker, who is the 5th ranked running back for Drew. Headley, I'll start with you. What do you like about Sean Tucker? We heard from Drew. What do you like about Sean Tucker?
He runs hard. If you give him a crease, he'll take advantage. Keeps on coming. But I really like how he follows his blocks. Really well. Patient. And when he bursts into that open field, he's another guy that is hard to stop, man. So, yeah, that's what I really like about Sean Tucker.
Oh, my turn, Deuce Vaughn? Oh, we talked about him. He's work done, 2.0. I'm just 2.0.
playing.
No, I ain't going to say that. Let me not do that. I'll just repeat what I said earlier, man. He's hard to find behind that line of scrimmage. He knows that he plays to that. And he can be his own bowling ball, not to the likes of who we were talking about earlier.
Mayan Williams.
Mayan Williams. Almost said MJG again. Not to the likes of that, but Vaughn can catch you off guard with it. You know what I'm saying? If you think because he's small and you can just kind of take on his speed to power that burst, he's going to catch you off guard. He's going to run through you, and he's fast, and he's a fun watch, and he's actually a patient runner as well.
All right. At number 3, Drew has Jahmyr Gibbs of Alabama, and Headley has his guy, Devin A-Chain from Texas A&M. Drew, I'm a little surprised he Gibbs at 3. I think for most people, he's in that conversation. He's either 2 or he's 1A for most folks. Why do you have Gibbs at 3? Clearly still a member of your top 3 here.
Yeah, they can come see me, bro. No. So it's because the other two, I like the other two guys that much better. That much better. And the thing about Gibbs is from Georgia Tech, and I knew he could run through the tackles, but I didn't know he was quite this type of player in terms of his receiving ability. And Alabama's using him at his optimal potential, if you will. Right. And I can't put him over the other guys right now. You're gonna have to. I gotta see more football. I'm gonna do the easy thing and say I need to see more football with him, man.
Fair enough. A-Chain Headley.
Well, they say he's a runner. He's a track star. You feel me?
Yo,
that guy. Just the blazing speed. Hold your breath on every touch. There's only a couple of running backs. It's another guy in the league, Florida State, Dalvin Cook. Yep. He's a guy, every time he touches the ball, the opponents hold their breath. Like, what is he going to do? And I think
definitely at FSU. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Not in Minnesota?
Not to the same level. Obviously, we were playing at a higher level. And I think obviously it's a very different scheme. He's running the outside zone where they were running more power concepts at that time when Jimbo was in FSU. I know there's more outside zone that he's running now, but there were more power concepts. But just to your point, every time Dalvin Cook touched the ball, and not unlike A-Chain here, it was kind of like he might go the distance. We got to be real careful.
Yeah, and this is how he runs also. He's not just a speedster. He runs with this lean, always moving forward. The only thing I really question is his pass blocking. I think Drew brought it up, and he got to improve on that because, at the next level, you can't protect your quarterback. It's going to be hard for you to see the field. So you got to improve on that pass blocking.
All right. At number 2, Drew has Muhammad Ibrahim from Minnesota, and Headley has Jahmyr Gibbs.
We talked about it earlier. Speed, the receiving ability, Alvin Kamara-like. I think he might be Alvin Kamara. He might be a clone, because what he does is pass catching, running the football, the contact balance. You know, he has it all, man. He's the engine to that Bama offense now with Bryce Young hurt, and we're gonna see a lot more of Jahmyr Gibbs in the next coming weeks.
Let me ask you real quick. I know we used to call. I don't know if we made it up or it was Twitter or whatever. Alvin Kamara was called Gumby, right?
Yeah.
He was
we
made
that up.
We made that up.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
we
us.
made it up. Oh,
that's,
okay.
that's Couch Potato General Manager.
My bad. Okay.
How you gonna just give up the?
I was asking, bro. I wasn't giving. I was asking. You know what I'm saying? Listen. So let me ask y'all: do y'all know who the red character was? Because we know who Gumby was. He was green. Who's the little red horse guy? We can give that to Gibbs.
That's Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look it up, bro. And he playing on a team that's red too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Respect.
The red guy.
Yeah, but the respect is we don't even know that I don't know if it's respect because we don't even know the red.
I mean, he wasn't Gumby. Gumby was a star.
That was the name of the show, wasn't it? Gumby.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's part of it. All right. Muhammad Ibrahim. I know Juice is gonna bring it up. He's an 8th year player. I think it's his 5th year or 6th year, whatever it is. He got injured last year. He should have came out last year. He probably would have been.
The COVID stuff and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so it kept pushing it back. I know he's playing a position of the running back where you want those guys as young as possible. But this is, I love watching his game. To me, he's the complete package as a player in terms of run blocking, in terms of run blocking, pass blocking, in terms of running the ball, the patience, the vision, his ability to burst through the hole, to see it and get up and out. The only thing I would question with him, obviously, is the age. You don't like that. But the other thing would be is I don't know if he has the breakaway speed. And another guy who he doesn't run as violent. I don't think Ibrahim runs as violent as him, but I think they're comparable in terms of their skill set, in terms of what they can do at the running back position. Is Dameon Pierce, who's playing for the Houston Texans right now. I think they're comparable in that sense. And I think if you're getting that kind of back, who's not going to fail you and get your quarterback killed and do what you need to do in the backfield, I think that's sometimes just what you need back there.
Yeah,
you know, these teams like to go out there. Yeah, they want to draft all this flashy stuff and then get your quarterback killed or fumble the football, whatever it is, instead of just getting a guy who can just do what needs to be done. And I think Ibrahim can do that. He looks, coming off as either Achilles or an ACL, doesn't matter. He looks like the same player. You know what I'm saying? Like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? So it would have been nice for him to come out last year, but it is what it is. And I don't know that anybody's going to remove him from spot number 2 outside of injury, because I like him that much.
I hear you on that. And then Jake chimed in as well, saying that, the concern is the injury. And I imagine that's what the scouts and the team medical staffs, when they poke and prod during the combine, are going to be looking at. I think it's going to be less emphasis on the age because, of course, they're just going to run running backs into the ground as it is. You want running backs on a rookie contract. That's where you get the most bang for your buck, right? So I don't think that necessarily is going to be the issue. But I do believe the fact that he does have a fairly lengthy injury history may detract some. That being said, he's returned to form. He looks like the player that he was prior to this most recent injury. You know what I mean? He's been terrific. So that leaves us with number 1, and number 1 shouldn't come as any surprise based on the names that you see here, and of course the names that were mentioned in terms who just missed Drew and Headley's respective top 5s. That's going to be Bijan Robinson out of Texas. Drew, what do you like about Bijan? Why is Bijan number 1 for you?
I like that he gave him a different color than everybody else. Respect.
Orange. Texas orange.
So I'll do it this way. When you talk about my number 1 versus my number 2, right? Bijan has this special ability to make people miss in very small spaces. We call that the phone booth. Mm-hmm. I don't know how he does it. I almost feel like, I feel like when a player is so flashy and so ridiculous, I feel like they might get hurt because they're doing things that's not natural to the human body and to the human eye. That's what scares me about him. But he's so special in that way in terms of making people miss outside of everything else he does for the position. He can do everything you want from the position and make people miss in small spaces, has the burst, can catch out the back of them hands. I mean, them hands is soft as cotton, bro. Just lay it right in there. I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to make somebody miss. Then I'm going to run somebody over, right? Mm-hmm. He is what everybody wanted Saquon to be, and I'm gonna leave it there.
I see a different Saquon this year.
Oh
I
yeah.
will say that.
Saquon
I think he's running behind his pads like he's never ran behind his pads before.
Somebody told him somebody in his ear, bro.
But I understand where you're coming from there. What about you, Headley?
He took my thunder, Drew. I was going to make a man miss. That's his number one attribute. We see in the league, you know, everything's blocked up. You got one guy in front of you. You got to make him miss, and a lot of running backs don't. You know, some running backs people love. I'm not gonna bring him up, Juice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bring him up. Bring him up. Yeah,
bro, bring him up.
Zeke. He doesn't make a man miss, and Bijan does it every single time. And to me, he's just the perfect back, man. I'm looking through my notes. I don't have a weakness for him. He's patient at the line. He explodes, catches out of the backfield. Just it's that patient feet, the speed, and especially when he gets on the edge, man. When he gets on the edge, man, look like Reggie Bush out there, man. He is probably who people thought Reggie Bush
would be.
Should have been.
Yeah,
that's
I
where
like
I'm gonna go with Bijan.
Bro, I'm gonna need you to cut that right there,
Yeah, I got it.
Cut Micah Haley's, match it up.
Yeah, I got it. That's its own standalone right there.
Yeah,
I hear you. With the emphasis. All right, that's gonna do it for Headley's and Drew's respective top 5 backs to this point in the pre-draft process, college football season.